Hello YouTube family, this is Shapeshifter coming at you with another video. Today I wanted to talk about the actual meaning when you or someone you know wants to kill themselves, when you want to commit suicide, because I know we've all been there before, many of us multiple times in our life, where we've gotten to the point where we're so desperate and so much pain, with so much suffering, that we didn't see how anything would ever get better. It could have been due to the loss of a loved one, or some sort of serious heartbreak that you've experienced, or the loss of a job, financial trouble, a serious illness that's causing you an excruciating amount of pain, mental illness. It could be any number of things. We've all been there though. We've all been to that point, if we're honest with ourselves, where we've wanted to kill ourselves, and many of us have truly considered it. Many of us have truly thought about it. Today I want to talk about what that actually means. You know what that actually means? I believe it's part of our instinct. It's something in us crying out for relief. Something that's so tired of suffering. And exactly what it means and why many people tragically misinterpret what they want to do when they feel that instinct. I mean, many people get to this point in their life where they're so broken and they've lost so much, you know, looking back at what they had, and they blame themselves or maybe others for just decisions that were made that led them to the point where they just don't know how it can ever be good again. How are they ever going to smile again? And chances are, if you found this video, you're in this position right now. And before I say anything else, I want to say, look, you are completely right to feel the way you want to feel right now. I've been there. I know what it feels like. I too have seriously considered ending my life before, and I'm really glad I didn't. So you're not alone. I'm right here with you. I've been where you're at right now. I've been there. Many others have been there. Look in the comment section below, and I guarantee you that if this video gets any amount of views, there's going to be other people who know exactly what you're feeling right now. You don't need to feel ashamed about it. There's nothing wrong with what you're feeling right now. There's nothing wrong with it. You feel that way for a reason, and I'm about to explain what it actually means. Chances are you think that you want to end your life right now, and you're looking for ways to do that. The desire to end your life is actually correct, but it's not in the way you think it is. I mean, what it is it's basically crying out that you're done. You're sick of it. You're done. You're not going to put up with the crap you've been through anymore, and you're sick and tired of it. And with our limited understanding, many of us mistake that to mean that we need to end our physical life, that we need to, you know, kill our physical bodies, but that won't fix a darn thing, and I'll talk more about that later in this video. But what I want to say is what you're actually feeling is you're sick of the way things have been going, and you want change, and you want to kill yourself. Now you want to end your life. That's basically what you're feeling, and you shouldn't misinterpret that to mean you want to kill your physical body, because that many of us pick up on that when we're in the place you're at right now, or where many of us have been, and we're misinterpreting what our mind, spirit, and body are actually telling us. We're definitely crying for an escape, but that's not it. What it means is that the current paradigm you've been living in, it's got to go. The current way that you've been living, your lifestyle, the people in your life, your so-called friends, your so-called family, your so-called way of doing things, your routine, maybe your job, something's got to change, and your spirit is crying out for that to take place. And tragically, many people simply mistake this to mean that they're done with physical life, and they go and kill themselves, and that's a horrible tragedy. Again, I'll talk more about that later in this video, but really, all you need to do to scratch the itch you're feeling right now is sit down, make a list of the stuff you're done with, the stuff in your life you're sick of it, and you're not going to put up with it anymore. If it's certain people in your life, make a list of them that you're cutting out of your life and you're not going to have any place for them. If they're bringing you down, hurting you, making you feel like dirt, then you have to find another way to, live without them in your life. If they're people at work, you have to find another job. Maybe it's your job itself. Make a list of everything in your life right now. Get out a pen and paper, pause this video before continuing. Make a list of everything you're sick of, alright? Write it down. Don't just think about it because you're going to forget it and then you won't be able to come up with the right solutions. It could be a number of things. Maybe it's your health. Maybe you're sick and tired of being overweight. Maybe you're sick and tired of, you have a drug addiction, right? It could be a number of things. Write down everything in your life that has to go in order for you to want to continue to live, okay? So I'll give you time to pause the video right now and make that list. Alright, are you done? Now I want you to go down this list of items you've created, of things that you're sick of, things that have to go, and look at it and realize when you think you want to kill yourself, you really want to kill this part of your life, not your whole life. Because when it comes right down to it, you will still have the internal instinct to live and fight, and that's why you even searched for this video in the first place. Because there's something in you that wants to live, and you've got to embrace that because you've still got work to do in this life. You've still got joy to experience in this life. Think about your age, right? Chances are you're pretty young, I'm guessing, compared to most people. And think about the average lifespan of 80 years old. Think about how much time is left. If you think you've already, listened to your favorite song, or watched your favorite movie, or been on your favorite hike, played your favorite video game that you'll ever play, chances are you haven't yet. I mean, there's so much good stuff ahead of you. Your favorite food, your favorite restaurant. Think about all those things that you have yet to discover. And, you don't want to throw that away, man. You don't. There's just so much that you have left going for you that if you just cut out these things that are making you so miserable, there's so much beauty left in your life. You can't just throw it away. Alright? So what you're going to do next is you're going to go down this list of all these things that you hate in your life that you are sick and tired of, and you're going to put a little line next to it, and you're going to write what you're going to do to get rid of this. If it's a new job that you need, write down you're going to quit whatever job is making you so miserable, and write what you're going to do, what type of work you're going to pursue. Maybe you're sick of working low-paying jobs, so you're going to go back to school, and maybe you're going to spend 2 to 4 years living on student loans while you go to school to get an education, so that you can have a more fulfilling, rewarding life where you feel like you're making a difference. Maybe if it's certain people in your life, easy. You're just not going to talk to them anymore. You're going to tell them why you're done with them. You're going to let them know that you're not going to put up with their crap anymore, and you're going to move on. If it's a health issue, you're going to look up, just put down, find a cure for it. I'm sure it's out there. You may have to change your diet. You may have to stop eating certain foods. You may have to go gluten-free or dairy-free or get allergy tested. There's always a solution. If it's drug addiction or tobacco addiction, you're going to write down, go get counseling, get help. Whatever it is that's making you so miserable for each of these items, write down whatever the solution is. If you can't figure out what the solution is, I challenge you to pray about it. Even if you don't believe in God, just do it because it will help you cope with whatever you're going through. Just pray anyways, whether you believe in God or not. Kneel down, say a prayer, see what happens, to find the solution to each of these items on your list, alright? May sound silly, but trust me, when you're at the end of this, you'll see why each of these steps are so important, okay? Alright, so now you have your list of everything that you hated in life, that you want away from, and everything that you're going to do to fix it. Now, you're going to write next to what you're going to do, things you're going to replace these things in your life with. If it's people, you can replace them with new people. Go out and meet new people. You don't have to, though. I mean, you could just replace Say people with a new hobby. Maybe you wanted to start writing, or maybe you want to start writing poetry or music or painting, or, there's so many things you can fill these time slots with. Go through for each thing you hate and write something that you love that you want to start doing to fill whatever time it is that you've created. You could start a new Netflix TV series. You can just, whatever you want. If it's a job, like the example that I've kept using, write whatever job you want to get. It may take a long time if you have to get a degree first, but write down something that you would really love. Now, when you go through and you actually execute this plan, this drive to kill yourself and this feeling of needing to escape will be gone. Why? Because you have killed yourself at that point. You have killed the old self, the old broken system, and you've given birth to a new order in your life that is going to result in so much more peace, joy, and happiness. And that is what the desire is. That's what the chaos, the entropy crying out in you that you think means you want to kill your physical body. That's what it actually is telling you. It's telling you, no, don't kill your physical body. It's telling you, get rid of the old paradigm. Get rid of the old system. Get rid of the old way of doing things. If you look in the natural world around you, you see that chaos always precedes higher order in every system. It doesn't matter if it's the seasons. We go through winter before spring and everything gets beautiful again and everything's reborn. The trees die first, everything dies, everything gets cold and ugly and horrible, and the animals, some freeze to death, many go into hibernation, and then everything is reborn in spring. Rain before shine. Butterflies, like little caterpillars, right? There's this ugly little caterpillar going along. It eats and eats and eats, and finally it's like, enough is enough. It dies. It goes into a cocoon, and inside the cocoon it literally breaks down into a soup of amino acids. It's dead. It's gone. The old system is gone. And shortly thereafter it emerges as a beautiful new creature, a butterfly. And not only is it new, it's got new life, it's able to fly now, it's no longer ugly, it's beautiful. In the natural world, I personally, you may not, I believe in God, and I believe that He's left signs for us, little hints and clues in the natural world about the way that our own lives and the world in general work. And chaos always precedes new, better functioning order. It always precedes evolution, and what you're going through right now with your suffering is that chaos. And you know what? If you hold on and if you do these steps I just mentioned, you're going to find sooner or later that, wow, your life is completely transformed from an ugly caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly. And you're going to be so glad. You're going to be so glad that you went through that chaos. I know, looking back at my own little periods of chaos through my life have always ended up resulting in things getting so much better than I ever thought they could. Right now, I'm working 2 dream jobs that I never thought I'd have. I absolutely love my life. In every way, I feel so tremendously blessed. And, it wasn't more than a couple years ago that I was seriously thinking about ending things, Everybody's been there. But I promise you, hold on. Don't just do nothing about it. You have that desire to kill yourself for a reason. You need to kill the old system. You need to kill the old way of doing things. Make a list of exactly what that means to you and how you're going to do that. But give yourself a new life. Start over. It's never too late to start over fresh. Every single morning, you have a new chance to do things right. To learn from your past mistakes. To see what things work for you personally in your life and what things don't. Cut out the cancer in your life. There's a lot of people who just don't work for you. They're terrible for you. A lot of people in relationships, whether they're friendships or romantic relationships or bosses or coworkers, they're cancer. They're terrible for you, and they've got to go. And you've got to do whatever you've got to do to make that a difference so that you can live anew. So basically that's my 2 cents. Now, like I was saying earlier, I was going to talk about why you definitely don't want to kill yourself. And I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail of what happened, but again, I am Christian, and I do believe in the other side partially because I've been there. I'm not going to go into the details really, but I'm just going to say this. Hell is real and heaven is real. They're both very, very real, and I promise you, you do not want to go to hell. I didn't used to really believe in hell, but I do now, and I am so glad that I am not trapped there for eternity like many, many people are. It's worse than anything that this life could ever be. And once you're there, once you've taken your own life and you're permanently cut off, there's no going back. There's no escaping. You can't kill yourself again to get out of that. So again, I'm not going to go into the details or anything like that. That's not the point of this channel. The point of this channel is mainly just to help people with different issues in their life, and to, share what I've learned helps and what works. And I'm hoping that this video did that for you. Anyways, good luck and God bless.